Bang! How to hit your roundhouse kick every time. 60% of the time, it works every time. Okay, so highest percentage targets. That's what we're really talking about here. We've got closed stance, righty, righty, or lefty, lefty. And then we've got open stance. Right? Now, these are not the same. They do not operate the same. And you need to understand what your highest percentages are. Obviously, because I'm sure there's going to be some commenters that will be like, oh, but you can still do this or that. Obviously, this is not an exhaustive list. You can hit the other target, but there's so many things you can do in MMA. So why not just pick those high percentage targets in every stance for every configuration and every technique? Closed stance first. Closed stance, target to avoid, number one target to avoid, the body kick. Boom. There's nothing there. Even if I was to hit that, it's okay. She wasn't blocking. Bang, there's a rib there. You might be able to break the rib. There's no real damage to organs that you're doing on this side. The other side, that's a different story. We'll talk about that after. Here, it's not that great. It's really not that great. And the chances that she catches it are pretty high. And if we're talking MMA, which I'm pretty much always thinking MMA, now her takedown becomes very easy, right? You don't want Khabib to be like this on your leg. It's a bad time, okay? It's a real bad time. Easiest target for the rear leg roundhouse kick in a closed stance is the thigh. The absolute easiest. Set it up however you want, bang, chop the thigh. When you're attacking the thigh, this has some efficacy, but that's really what I want, right? Her knee is here. There's some connective tissue which connects it right to the quad. I want the end of that. I'm trying to hit like the little small part of the muscle as it becomes the tendon right there. That's what I want to attack. Second easiest target to hit with the rear leg low kick is the calf kick. Bang! And you can do this like Pajeda style, or you can do it regular style. And the best places to kick are right below the knee. I actually made a video about how this is wrong, but it's actually right. There's a spot about right there, knees right here. So it's actually about right here where you get to attack the peroneal nerve. I believe it's the peroneal nerve. It's a cluster of nerves that's quite exposed right here, and it'll shut her leg off quite easily. Okay, now this is a good spot to kick. This is also a good spot to kick. Not very dangerous to hit that. Even if she checks, it's not that bad at all. Kicking here, a little bit different. Here or here on the calf kick. Bang, 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 bang. Very useful. The last target that is a good target, but there's some problems with it, is the head. Rear leg round kick, I can go to the head, but it is quite hard. Why is it hard to kick the head in a closed stance? Because of that. If you're good with flexibility, you can get over this pretty easily, but it's a lot of the time that will shut you down. Not good at kicking, okay, it's gonna be easy to hit that shoulder, and then also the hands can be up, right? So even if you do get over the shoulder, right, you're dealing with the hands, which is why you see a lot of like the old school K1 guys will try to like bring the kick down, right? Like up and then down. Also, one of the reasons that Crow Cop would like scalp kick people, right? He'd go bink and like just go ding and skull kick them. And that's actually really, really dangerous, right? It's for the person that's getting impacted because it shakes the brain a lot, right? Up there, it's like the top of the lever, shakes your head up a lot. I kick this all the time, my rear leg roundhouse to the head. Unfortunately, I never actually made a super solid connection in a fight with it. A lot of the time I would kick over people's heads, which is very unfortunate for me. Best targets, closed stance. Low kick, right there. Calf kick, right below the knee, right above the ankle, and then head up and down, trying to get into the neck, or scalp style, just nicking the top of the head. We can look at the open side now. Okay, so you can think of this, if you're a closed stance fighter, you're in a closed stance configuration, just think of this as like switching and throwing the front leg because the targets are the same, but we're gonna look in the open stance, those of you that are southpaw. Right now, I know a lot of people think that kicking the leg is a good idea here. I'm not saying you shouldn't ever kick the leg here, but it's way easier for her to defend. Most people are standing somewhat like this with both knees pointing this way. Just pick your leg up and check. Yeah, it's an easier check for her. If I was kicking the outside of the leg, she's gonna have to turn her whole body out and turn that leg out. It's gonna take her more time. Whereas this, it's an easy pickup to check. Generally in open stance, I don't bother with it too much. I stay away from the legs a lot more. But number one place to hit from the open stance, body kick. Body kick is nasty. Every single southpaw should master the rear leg roundhouse to the body because you get to hit the best organ, or at least the second best organ, okay? Which is the liver. Boom, okay? Right under the rib cage here. You want it going up and in like that, okay? And hit that liver. Really easy because that's your back leg. We just got to make sure we're over the line a little bit and bang. Best place to hit. Best place to hit. Secondary would be the head kick. Now, this is way easier than kicking over the shoulder because her back shoulder is way back there. So all this is almost undefended. If I have to kick, say she had her hands down, right, like that, and I was kicking, this shoulder is way easier for her to protect herself with than this shoulder. That shoulder does nothing, right? So yeah, coming at an upward angle, you're able to get into the neck, right? And you can scalp kick this as well. Also works if their hands are up high. You can come up and clip the top of the head. Okay, yeah, you can have your hands up now. Okay, so from here, bang, upward into the neck, boom. You don't need to come up and down as much, or bang, way up top, boom, just trying to bounce it off the scalp. All right, so, and that's the same if you're closed stance, but now it's your front leg. The open side is way easier to damage to the body. The open side is way easier to damage to the head. The closed side is way easier to damage to the leg. Way easier. Those are the most effective targets. This is how I operated when I was fighting in the UFC, is I would select the most effective, most efficient places to attack, right? There's obviously a billion things we can do, so you might as well narrow the list down a little bit to make your choices happen faster. So, to recap, closed side of the body, okay? Boom, way down low, low kick the thigh, or up and down into the neck, and scalp kick off the top. Open side, right? The side that she's facing, don't worry about the legs. Boom, smash that liver, upwards into the neck, or bink, scalp kick off the top. Hope you guys liked the video. I hope that added some value for you. I hope that you guys can take this and internalize it, put it into your game, put it into your system, and start whooping ass. Bing!